Hey guys, welcome to another top 10. As you can tell by the title today, I am counting down my top 10 Disney queens. Now, unlike the official Disney Princess lineup, which has strict criteria and is a prestigious title and currently only has 11 characters declared Disney princesses, Disney queens don't have an official lineup and therefore are not subjected to any other rules than any character currently owned by Disney. So my list covers a wide range of characters and at least one who now only qualifies thanks to the Fox Disney merger. So with that being said, let's start the list. At number 10 is Queen Leia. Queen Leia was the wife of King Stefan and mother of Princess Aurora, appearing in 1959's Sleeping Beauty. Little is known about this queen, but what is known is that she was a loving and caring individual and ruler. Queen Leia was forced to make one of the hardest decisions of her rule when, on the day of her daughter's christening, evil fairy Maleficent placed a curse on her child to cause her death. But through the quick thinking and blessing of Aurora's fairy godmother, Merryweather, a loophole was placed in the curse. But out of fear that one day Aurora would succumb to the curse, with a heavy heart, Leia and Stefan chose to give up their only child for the next 16 years to ensure her survival. At number 9, Queen Clarion. Queen Clarion, formerly known as Raina, is the queen of Pixie Hollow and appears in several Tinkerbell films. Queen Clarion is a kind and loving fairy and considered very approachable by other fairies. She is wise, full of knowledge and always understanding, but very stern when she needs to be. Everything she does is for the good of Pixie Hollow and those who reside in it, and she is always working to ensure the fairies keep to their duties in a timely and pristine fashion. While she makes sure to guide all those under her rule, she also takes the time to listen and take on ideas and suggestions. At number 8, the Queen. The Queen is the royal ant queen of Ant Island who appears in the 1998 Disney Pixar film A Bug's Life. The Queen is a kind and caring ruler with a first-rate sense of humor. Having been queen for quite a long time, she has a very relaxed approach to ruling, learning not to take certain issues too seriously, something she tries to pass on to her daughter as she trains her to be the next queen. In her time as queen, she ensured the safety and survival of her colony by agreeing to harvest food for a gang of grasshoppers. At number 7, Queen Athena. Queen Athena was the former queen of Atlantica, appearing in 2008's The Little Mermaid: Ariel's Beginning. Queen Athena was beloved by her family, her subjects, and her kingdom. She had a talent for music and singing and shared her love and passion for it with her family every chance she could. Athena was loving and caring and made the kingdom feel nurturing. Athena met a sad and devastating end during a fun day shared with her family and fellow mer people when their cove was ambushed by pirates. While all the mer people were able to get to safety, Athena's eldest daughter Athena was trapped in the rocks. Athena quickly freed her daughter but was crushed by the pirate ship during her last-ditch effort to save the music box gifted to her by her husband King Triton. At number 6, Queen Eleanor. Queen Eleanor is the Queen of the Scottish Kingdom Dundalk, who appears in the 2012 Disney Pixar film Brave. A wise and strong woman, Queen Eleanor is a traditionalist who seeks to pass the traditions of the throne and kingdom onto her daughter. She rules with elegance and strength and is often sought out by other leaders in the kingdom and even her husband for her counsel, as she is highly intelligent and educated and very involved in kingdom politics and diplomacy. She has a deep love for her family and demonstrates on numerous occasions that she will protect them at all costs. She cares for them deeply, even despite butting heads with her daughter. While she is a serious and stubborn woman and her perfectionism knows no bounds, she grows to be more thoughtful and understanding and finds a way to better balance all aspects of her personality. Number 5, Sarabi. Sarabi was the queen of Pride Rock and the Pride Lands, appearing in 1994's The Lion King. Sarabi was always a supportive queen, ruling by Mufasa's side and always encouraging Mufasa to teach Simba his future kingly duties, and always encouraging and guiding Simba to learn them. With Simba, she was soft and playfully affectionate, often bemused by his eagerness to grow up, and was not against teasing both her mate and cub. As queen, she was also in charge of the lioness hunting party, and this role continued even during Scar's reign. Despite his takeover, Sarabi continued to hold herself with pride and always kept a cool head, never letting Scar's actions and behavior break her. Sarabi always acted and fought for the good of the Pride and was the only one with the courage to show Scar her defiance. Sarabi proved a fierce fighter, not hesitating to leap into battle to avenge her mate and fight for Simba's right to be ruler of the Pride Lands. Number 4, Queen Clarice Rinaldi. Queen Regina Clarice Rinaldi was the Dowager Queen of Genovia, appearing in the 2001 film The Princess Diaries and its 2004 sequel The Princess Diaries 2: Royal Engagement. Queen Clarice is a kind and loving woman who always presented herself in an elegant and sophisticated manner. She governed her country fairly but firmly, always trying to be diplomatic but also good to her people. Queen Clarice loves her family, though sadly outlived both her husband and eldest son. She strives to carry on the traditions and customs of her family and continuing the royal bloodline. Getting to know her granddaughter Mia brings out her more playful side, but always doing so in a ladylike manner. Number 3. Dowager Empress. Dowager Empress Marie Fedorovna was the former Empress of Russia, appearing in the 1997 film Anastasia. Regal and formal, the Dowager Empress was kind and sweet and adored her family, especially her youngest granddaughter. While always fulfilling her official duties with dignity and elegance, she was also tough and wise, tough enough to survive the Russian Revolution that led to the massacre of her family. Though stubborn and tenacious, the Dowager Empress never gave up searching for her lost granddaughter, but the years of heartache from failed attempts made her cold and detached, typically only making appearances for formal occasions or to see the ballet, which she never missed. The Dowager Empress, though getting old in years, was a tough nut to crack, but always carried a small glimmer of hope she would be reunited with her granddaughter. And number 2 is Kida. Kiera Kashnadak is the former princess, now queen of Atlantis, appearing in 2001's Atlantis The Lost Empire and its 2003 sequel Atlantis Milo's Return. Kida is several thousand years old and a warrior of Atlantis on top of being royalty. She is strong and skilled in combat and trained to kill outsiders on sight. Due to her civilization's culture slowly dying and most of their history being lost after the Great Flood, she has become highly curious about the history of her people and what they have lost, seeking to regain it. She is kind-hearted and has a deep love for her father and her people and shows respect for all creatures great and small. Though compassionate, she is also fierce and can be aggressive and will not hesitate to fight if she feels herself or her people are in danger. After the murder of her father, the king, she became queen and worked to restore Atlantis to its former glory. During this process, she also journeyed to the surface to locate and return Atlantean artifacts that were causing havoc on the outside world, wishing to fix her father's mistakes. Ultimately, she makes the great decision to return Atlantis to the surface and reunite with the rest of the world and share their knowledge. And in first place is Frigga. Frigga was the queen of Asgard, appearing in 2011's Thor, 2013's Thor the Dark World, and 2019's Avengers Endgame in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Frigga was a benevolent, fair, and wise woman beloved by her family and the whole kingdom of Asgard. Frigga often acted as peacekeeper amongst her husband and sons, loving each fiercely. A highly skilled and formidable sorcerer, she trained her son Loki in the mystic arts in hopes that this would make him equal with his brother and father. As an Asgardian, she was also a highly skilled combatant, more than capable of holding her own in any fight, showing great skill with a sword. Frigga possessed many skills and abilities attributed to her sorcery and Asgardian blood, but on top of that, she was polite, strong-willed, and friendly, giving sympathy and aid to any who needed it. Wise and loving, there was nothing she would not do for her loved ones and her kingdom. These traits and her bravery made her prepared to sacrifice herself for the good of others. Frigga met her end at the hands of Curse after she was able to fight and disarm the dark elf Malekith in order to keep him away from Jane Foster and the power she contained. In her final moments, Frigga showed no fear or hesitation and died with a smirk on her face, knowing she had outwitted the Dark Elf. She was given a ceremonial funeral with the other fallen warriors of Asgard as her family and entire kingdom mourned the death of their queen. And there you have my top 10 Disney queens. There is a very limited number of characters to choose from, and most of whom exist only have a few moments of screen time, with many of them very commonly being killed off and usually during their princess's childhood. Disney is kinda morbid, and by kinda I mean really morbid. Now time for some shameless plugging. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below with your top 10 Disney queens. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're a regular visitor but haven't committed yet, and hit the notification bell so you're alerted of future videos. Also check out the podcast I just started over on SoundCloud called Switch Movies with my co-host Ben Goddard, and if you would like to support what I do, then feel free to check out my Patreon. Links to all my sites, social media, and merch will be down in the description box, so check those out, and let's close this out by thanking my patrons. Bye!